On this channel, I really appreciate when Minecraft Marketplace creators introduce something that's unique, not generic, not copy and paste, and I think today's add-on that we're revealing might just be one of the most unique I've seen in a while. The add-on that we're revealing today is the Parkour Maker Add On by PolyMaps. It's currently rated 4.6 stars out of 5 stars from 21 reviews, and it currently costs 660 mine tokens, which is the equivalent of £3.29 in my local currency. It says design, create and race your own obstacle courses with the Parkour Maker Add-on. Dangle over spike pits or launch high into the clouds with over 30 unique new blocks. Compete against friends or race against the clock using the stopwatch and built-in timer. Add checkpoints to your course for those extra challenging jumps. Build in either survival or creative. Let's get this add-on revealed. So we're here in a brand new creative flat world for the Parkour Maker Add-on by PolyMaps. If you enjoyed this add-on reveal, please do leave a like on the video. Drop a comment down below. Let me know what you think. What's your review? What's your opinion? Let me know down in the comments. And if you're new to the channel, please do hit that subscribe button. I would greatly appreciate it. We're going to begin, like we always begin these add-on reveals, having a look at the guidebook. So here we are with our guidebook, and this guidebook is quite good. It tells you about most of the blocks. It tells you how to craft what you need to craft, so you can find out just by getting some leather shoes and a book, you will get this guidebook if you happen to lose it. It tells you about items and how to craft a stopwatch. So in this case, it's 2 iron nuggets, 4 golden ingots, 1 redstone gets you a stopwatch. Tells you that you need to use a stone cutter to craft all of the blocks in this add-on, and then it tells you that the correct tool for breaking the blocks is either an axe or a pickaxe of any type. You can use your hand, but it takes longer, which is just how Minecraft works. And you can flick through and it will tell you about each of the different blocks, but I'm going to do that. So you'll have this with you if you buy the add-on, but if you stick around when we look at the items, it will tell you everything that I will tell you, hopefully, if I've done my job correctly. And on the last page as well, as we go through the book, certain things like the cloud in the bottom right says use sparingly. And on the last page, it will tell you that blocks marked with use sparingly are constantly ticking, which means they're lag causers or lag generators. So don't use them too much, or, you know, if you get a lot of lag in your world, it's probably because you're using these in a small space. You can also see as well that if you need to place blocks that can be interacted with, if you want to place next to it, you'll have to be sneaking, similar to how you are in vanilla Minecraft with chests and such things. And also that you can adjust sounds using the audio settings. And if you want to stack multiple books, just make sure they're all on the same page or closed. That's the book. It's quite short and sweet. It's quite informational. Let's find out what blocks we get in. So in terms of blocks that this add-on introduces, it's actually quite short and sweet, but there is a nice variation here to get some fun gameplay mechanics from it, in my opinion. So as we've already seen, you get the book that we've already been through. You can also get a stopwatch, which will show you your last time, or if you're in an active run, it will show you what your actual time is. We'll look at that in a moment. And then it's also not interactable. You can't clear it. It just sits there. And then you've got what they call a start line block. We've got a finish line block, we've got a green running track, a blue running track, and a red running track, and then we've also got a checkpoint block. And together, this makes up a very simple race type map, for lack of a better term, and I'll talk you through each of them. So we'll start with the start line. When you have the start line, if you cross it, it says start on the screen, and then if you go to the end, go past the finish line, it pops up with finish. You don't have to pass a start line to trigger a finish. That will happen every time you run over the finish line. The same way every time you run over the start line, no matter what direction, it will trigger a start. When you trigger a start, it gets your stopwatch running. And it resets every time, and running over the finish will finish your stopwatch from running. Then you have the green running track, the blue running track, and the red running track. Now, I'm going to put these over here because I don't want to keep triggering that. But the red running track, when you jump on it, gives you speed boost. You would have seen that very quickly. The blue one, when you jump on it, gives you speed 2 very quickly. And the green one, when you jump on it, gives you speed 3 very quickly. And that all combines together to make a nice little race. When you have the checkpoint, if you stand on the checkpoint, you get a new checkpoint. More on that later. But we can put this into practice. Start, run across the blue line, new checkpoint, finish. Did that in a 1 second 50 because we stuck to the blue. If I keep the stopwatch in my hand and do it again on the green, 1 minute 35. So we're getting faster, you know. Usain Bolt, here we come. And so those are the first easy blocks to deal with. Next up, we have something called a parasol mushroom stem and a parasol mushroom. Now, the important block here is the parasol mushroom, and I'll show you here at the top. It's a very small parkour area to land on until, of course, you land on it, at which point it expands to give you a full block face. And this happens, as I miss because I'm not very good at parkour, on each one. Whenever you land on it, it will pop open. The parasol mushroom stem is just a decorative block. Really, it can be used as parkour to jump on a single bit and then jump across onto a mushroom, which I can't seem to do. But mostly it's just for you to place a mushroom on it, the parasol on it, make it look taller and not make it stand out. Next up then, we have what they're calling reset blocks, which we've got reset spikes, reset void, and reset lava. And these basically are hazards that you will run into on your run, which will reset you back to your nearest checkpoint or your most recent checkpoint. So I can show you over here. Let's say we get rid of this block and I put that down. Let's put void down there and let's put lava down there. What I'm going to do is come out of flying mode. I can be in creative as long as I'm not in flying mode. I'm going to run and start over the checkpoint, drop down. For some reason, it didn't want to work. I stand corrected. You cannot be. And so for this, I'm going to be in survival mode. We're going to run from the start across the blue, hit the checkpoint, and then, oh no, I fell on a spike, and it bounces me all the way back to my checkpoint. Go on to green, hit the lava, bounces me back to my checkpoint. Go on to red, hit the void, bounces me back to my checkpoint. Now, obviously, we're dealing in a small section here. You'd have bigger spaces. But the point is in survival, it will drop you back to your nearest checkpoint. In creative, it doesn't. But those are the reset blocks. Next up, then we have dark beat block and light beat block. Now, these are two of the constantly ticking blocks. So the dark beat block, when we place it down, is playing a music. And you'll see it's going transparent and untransparent. So when it's a solid block like this, you can stand on it. And then when it goes see-through, you fall through it. And so it's basically a hazard or a parkour drop. We'll break that one. We'll place down a light one for a different sound. You'll hear it's a slightly softer, slightly happier sound. And again, transparent, opaque, transparent. So yeah, you can stand on it. You cannot stand on it. It's the same concept. So a few more hazards there for you to land on. Next up, we have the crumbling bricks. Now, these are cool. I like these. If we go up here, I don't need to be in survival, but I will. If I want to stand on it, it falls apart. It crumbles away, and so you have to be quick to get across. So if I go like this, and then I wasn't quick enough. See, parkour is not my thing, but here we go. Go. And then you get a quick run across. It's a nice little concept. I like that. Next up, we have the ledge. So a ledge block, which I can't actually pick block here, but it's called a ledge. I can't pick block it because I'm in survival. So the ledge block, you can place it either on the face here, or you can place it sticking out like this, and it will be used as a way to just bridge a gap. Now, like I said, I'm not very parkoury, so we're going to go over here, and then, I landed on it, and then I didn't land on it. I'm going to do this. I'm going to do it. Parkour king. Yeah. And then jump across. Boom. So it can make that ledge a little bit easier to jump on, or it can be a middle gap, or however you want to use it. Next up, we have something called the tightrope. And now I like the tightrope as well because the tightrope actually brings in its own little animation. So when you stand on it, your character gets his arms out wide and he's walking super slow. Like, this is me just not pushing down. You can push down faster. And I go backwards. See, I'm a professional. You see that? You see, look at this. You can't stop me. Parkour is my game right there. Absolutely awesome. But I really like the animation that comes off of that. Next up, we have what they're calling a jack in the box. And this thing is basically a punching machine. You can place it down and at a random interval between 4 and 8 seconds, it will punch you. If I stand here we go. Any second, boom, it will bounce you off. Now, this can be placed in 4 directions. It can either go left, forward, right, or backwards. I wasn't able to work out how to place it punching upwards or downwards. It just seems to place whatever way you're looking like so, but it can be really noisy. So we're not going to have loads of those. But it's cool in that it will bounce you away like that. And if you get hit by it, you will fly off whatever it is you're standing on. Next up, then, we have what's called fragile glass. Now, fragile glass is absolutely fine to walk on. Not a problem. Doesn't matter if you're in survival or creative here. It will be fine to walk on. It doesn't particularly break too fast in survival. Everything insta breaks in creative. But in survival, it doesn't particularly break too fast. Where it gets its name, why it's fragile, is because if you fall on it from 3 blocks high, it will break instantly. And then it will repair itself. So you need to work out either when best to drop on it or how best to use this so that you do not die. But it will break in a 3x3 block space. So like I said, if we go up here and drop down, that's 9 blocks that get destroyed and then they come back slowly again. So you can walk on them again. Quite cool. Then we have what's called copper shutters. Now, copper shutters are quite easy. You can walk through them. Nice and simple. But if you add a redstone power to it, like this one here, it becomes a block. You won't get through. So all of my redstone geniuses out there, you can make yourself a little obstacle here, maybe timer, so that you can have to go through at the right time and not all the time. But I think that's cool as well. And I really like how easy these are to use if you have the right knowledge. Next up, we've got the golden lock as well as a barrel of keys. Now, these two go hand in hand. So the golden lock you can't walk through. You can place on it, but you cannot walk through them. If you go to your barrel of keys and interact, it will give you a gold key. And with the gold key, you can make the lockbox open. And now you have a path. Now, obviously, what's the point in having a single block? Does that mean I need 2 keys? Well, no. 1 key opens 2, and it's a timer effect. It will slowly lock again. There we go. But 1 key will not open. Oh, it will open 3, depending on where you go. I think that's because I opened the middle one. When I tested this earlier, if I open the bottom one, yeah, so it'll open the one above and below. So for this, what you'll want to do is place it on the middle to catch all 3. If you do it on the bottom, it'll be the bottom and the middle. And if you do it on the top, it'll be the top and the middle. So you want to make sure you unlock the right block there. But again, cool concept, cool little interactive feature there. These I really like. We've got red vertical launcher and red angled launcher. These also come in red, blue, and green. And the same as the running tracks, these have varying heights. So red bounces you up here. Blue bounces you up a little bit higher. And then green bounces you up even higher. And if we go into survival, you don't take full damage because you were bounced. Green, angled one bounces you there. And then blue will do a little bit less than that. And then red will do even less. Thank you for my TED Talk. Next up, we have a trampoline. Now, a trampoline you can stand on, you can walk around, you can jump on. It won't do anything. But if you're standing on it and jump, you get boinged. So it's a manual jump. I'm not sure if it gets any higher. I think it's the same standard distance here, but that's cool. We've got a conveyor belt, which when stood on, moves you along. We've got a bouncy ball. Now, a bouncy ball is cool because when you jump on it, depending on where you land, based on the center of the block, it will bounce you in that direction. So we'll aim for dead center, which is about there. Drop down, doing. but then you get bounced over. So at where you land on the face of it is where it will bounce you, which I think is super cool. I don't know how it works that out, but it does. And then next up, we've got what's called a cloud block. These cloud blocks give slow falling when you're in them. And I couldn't quite come up with a good way to show that off. So we just kind of had trampoline up to here, take the slow falling down, and then you got that there. It just slows your fall, basically. I don't know. Let me know how you would use a cloud block. I don't have the brain power to work that out, I guess. But I think it's quite cool giving a slow falling part to your map, I guess. Yeah, I can't really work that one out. Next up, we've got wooden crates, reinforced crates, metal crates, and explosive crates. Now, when I saw these, I immediately thought Crash Bandicoot, and I placed one here, and I thought, oh, we'll smash it like Mario, Crash Bandicoot. No, it's not smashable by headbutting it. At least not in creative. In survival, nope, not that either. But if you jump on this one, you get one bounce and then it goes invisible. So one bounce goes invisible, right? And so you would use this by bounce and then over here to the reinforced crate. Now the reinforced crate never goes invisible and you get to bounce on it constantly. And then you have the metal crate, which doesn't let you bounce, but it's just a solid block. And then you've got the TNT, which if I did this correctly, get one bounce, but it sets off TNT, which is going to explode. Boom. Doesn't actually destroy anything, but the metal and reinforced crate do go invisible slightly. So we'd be popping across like so. Bang, over there. Oh no, I need to get back. I got killed, which sent me back to my checkpoint. And then the blocks would have gone transparent as well. I think it's cool. I do see a lot of usage of these. Bit of a shame that I couldn't break it, but that's more just the Crash Bandicoot fan in me, really. Doesn't really matter. And then lastly, we've got the climbing lattices. So you've got a chain climbing lattice and a wooden climbing lattice. And the way to show these off is simply you want to be underneath it. You want to go into survival to show this off. Interact. And now I'm holding on. Let's show this away properly. How can I show this properly? I'm in my face. There we go. I'm now holding on. I'm climbing across and we can move along and you can fall off. And that's the blocks. That's how you will make your own parkour map. And so I think the best thing to do now is to give me about 20 minutes and let me try and make my own little parkour map so I can see what the experience is all about. All right, so the experience then, I've put together this very basic parkour. I mean, anybody who knows how to do any form of parkour will have no problem with this. We've got some of the mushroom parasols, we've got some lock boxes, we've got the jack in the box, we've got the conveyor belts, some fragile glass. We also use the key box, checkpoints. We've got the crumbling brick. What is that called? Is that called crumbling brick? Yeah, crumbling bricks. We've got that. We've got some bounces, some lattices, reset points. There's a whatchamacallit wire in here. There's a a tightrope wire in there. We've got some bouncing blocks, and obviously we've got the start and finish line. So we're going to give this a go, and we're going to see, can I do my own parkour map? And we're going to do it properly. We're going to go into survival. We're going to put our stopwatch on there. I did not take 6 minutes in a practice. I was testing each section and it took me 6 minutes to test each section. I have not done a full run of this yet. So here we go. We're going to go into start now. Okay, so box, 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 TNT, which now means we got to be faster with it. Crate needs jump and checkpoint. Okay, cool. Haha, first bit done. Easy. Next bit, let's go into this part. And then it's walk the tightrope. All right, that's popped. It's walked through. Yeah, we're good. We're good. Ah, no, I got bounced. Ah, no. Okay, let's try that again. All right, go on. That's done it. So you can kind of stand there and try to time it. Ah, I got bounced again. But it's random between 4 and 8 seconds, as far as I know. So it's not as simple as, right, that popped, I've got time. There is order to it, but there's not order to it, if that makes sense. But we're through. That's cool. All right, nice. Next up then, we're on the lattices. Now I need to work out what the best, you know what, this is probably the best way to go for this. No, that can't be the best way. This has to be. Okay, hi guys. We're right up in my boat race now. There we go. All right, so this is not as easy as I was hoping this was going to be. Okay, tackle across. Go across like so. Okay. No! Ah, no. Oh, no. Put it here. Okay. All right, well, we're going. We're going. We're going. Leave me alone. Leave me alone. Leave me alone. We're through. Okay. So we might have to do this in first person because I've got no idea where I'm heading. So, cross here. Yeah. Oh, there's like an ice effect to this as well where we're sliding. All right, keep going. Keep going. Oh, it's easy in first person. Look at this. Ain't nobody losing in first person, mate. Here we go. Get to the end. Look down. Jump, is it? No. Interact? No. How do I get off this thing? I didn't think that bit through. Okay, do that. Bang. All right, so to interact, I crouched to drop off. Missed my lava reset, so that's good. Let's jump up here. All right. Now, where are we heading? We've got the big bounce. Here we go. Whoa, 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 whoa. I wasn't expecting that. I wasn't expecting that. Okay, that's a, you know, hands up. I made that a little bit poor. I wasn't expecting to bounce that far, but we made it through. So there you go. Look, I'll even jump it across. Ah! Ah! Maybe not. Okay, well, we're here. Fair dues. So now we've got the fragile glass. Going to jump down and then jump again onto the conveyor belt. But no! Ah, no. I hadn't put the void out here. That's not great. Back into creative then. Let's just make this go to survival. Back up to here. Okay, so when you're making parkour maps, you have to be very aware of where you could bounce to. So, fragile glass, bounce off of that onto the conveyor belt. We're going to jump on the conveyor belt like so. I need to get my keys. No, excuse me. No. Got my key. Got my key. Turn around. Ah, pop through. All right, there we go. Oh, checkpoint. Tried it, mate. Tried it. Okay. On my checkpoint, I see the finish line. 2 minutes 55. Jump up. I'm on. I'm on. Hey, whoa. You know what would be cool? Like a slow releasing version of this block. So if you stood on it for too long. Ah, no. That one doesn't have it. If you stood on it for too long, it closed like a drip leaf. Ah, okay. We just about managed to catch ourselves on that. And now we're on the broken one. And now we're on that one. And now we're on that one. 3 minutes, 19 seconds. Hey, you know what? That was actually a lot of fun to do. And if I wasn't doing it for a video, it could take a bit more time. I would have like caught that guy was going to punch me there and put in a few extra bits. That is quite a very basic parkour map that I was able to put together there. But I actually had some fun. And you can do this in survival with the checkpoints. You know what? This is, I don't know if people will use it in their forever world, but it's unique. It's fun. It's a nice little play around. You and your friends. Here's 10 minutes. Use any of the blocks. Make yourself a parkour map and then play around with it. I think that's really, really cool. PolyMaps, I think you did a good job, man. I don't know how broken it is in areas. I don't know how, you know, certain things aren't working. From what I've seen, I really like it. And some of the animations are cool too. Please do leave a like on the video if you enjoyed this. Drop a comment down below. Let me know what you guys think. And if you're new to the channel, please do hit that subscribe button. I would greatly appreciate it. Thank you for watching, everybody. Peace!